Okay, we're here in Cantonment with John, Mark, Raphael. Raphael?
Raphael?
Raphael. So what do you think of the painting behind you?
It's big.
Yeah, do you like it?
I have no feelings on it.
No feelings. Wow, that's an amazing thing. So I haven't seen you since May. How you been since May of 2017?
I've been good since May of 2017.
Excellent. Now, your brother Peter, who you idolize, is feeling a lot physically better since last you saw him?
Physically better. Oh, with his back.
Yeah, you remember that?
Yeah. He's no longer broken.
It's no longer a broken
Even though
back.
it was never broken.
It was never broken. I'm glad you. So your grandfather up in New York wants to know, how come you don't want to be a lawyer?
Many reasons. But one of the main things is I hear it's way too much work.
Way too much work. No. And how are things going at your high school?
Things are going well at my high school.
How are things in terms of, planning for the future? Any ideas on perhaps a major in college?
Well, I was thinking of going into internet technologies.
Internet technologies,
But
IT.
This is one path I will probably change it. So.
Yeah. Well, you've got time.
Yeah.
Now, your brother, I don't know if what is your brother's name again?
Michael, maybe? Or something?
Okay. Yeah, I think, but what's the confirmation name?
Michael.
It is Michael. Okay, yeah.
Or no, the confirmation name's Peter, right?
Maybe.
Michael Peter Jutras.
Okay. Anyway,
With a mark in there somewhere.
yes. Now, do you think that your personalities are similar? Or are you two distinct, different people?
I think we're two distinct different people. Mm-hmm. But we can act the same.
Mm-hmm. What would you say are two of the biggest similarities that you and Michael have?
Well, that's a good question.
That's why I asked it.
Just in personalities or in general?
I would say maybe in personalities.
Personalities.
Or, traits, characteristics,
Traits.
Like, are you an early riser like Michael?
Well, you see, Michael hates sunlight.
He does?
Yes. Very much so.
It's kind of sunny right now, isn't it?
That's why Michael's inside.
Okay.
So, he has this thing about liking to wake up at noon.
Uh-huh. And how does that work out for you?
I normally I don't really sleep till noon. I'll sleep till maybe like 10ish. Mm-hmm. So I'll still sleep in, but I won't sleep to the extent that Michael sleeps.
Okay. Now, what's your earliest class there in high school?
My earliest class is 7:45.
Wow, and how does that work out for you?
It's kind of pain because I have to get up 5 o'clock. Yeah.
And what is Michael's earliest college class? Is that also at 7:45?
Like noonish.
Noonish?
I don't really know.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. So he has to get up a little bit before his morning, time to get up at 12. But
And I assume that you and Michael both share the same favorite NFL football teams? You're both New England Patriot fans?
No.
No?
No. The New England Patriots are a great team.
Yeah.
They're probably, I would say, the best team.
The best team.
In skill.
Uh-huh.
But the actual best team is the New Orleans Saints. Because it's my team.
Okay. Well, as you can see, there's a lot of similarities between you and Michael. Okay, so let's get down to the real nitty-gritty now and really hit the major question that's been burning.
What's that?
Are you ready for a burning question? That's these NFL football players taking a knee during the national anthem. How does that sit with you, and how can you continue to support a sport which is so anti-American?
That's a very good question. You see,
That's why I asked it.
there's so many bits and pieces
Yes.
to this question, you know.
That's
'Cause
why it's a very comprehensive thing, and that's why you should be a lawyer. But
Now-
anyway, go ahead.
Now, excuse me if I say anything that's wrong, because
No.
I haven't put in, way too much research. I'm just gonna put in some things that I know or I think I know, which may not be 100% true. So,
Well,
if I get something wrong, please excuse me.
You're excused already. There are no wrong answers. Go right ahead.
Except when it's wrong. When I get like a fact wrong. Like I said, my car is blue.
Oh, by the way, why don't you have your permit?
Anyways, we'll get back to that question later.
Okay.
So we'll talk about the NFL now.
Okay. But about,
Yeah.
kneeling during the national
yeah,
anthem.
yeah, all that stuff.
Hmm?
So, hold on.
Anytime you're ready.
There's a thing. Apparently, I don't know. I heard that it's like in their contracts that they signed, they
Right.
signed that they will stand during the national anthem. At least some of them. I know not at all.
Hmm.
So I think if they're kneeling during it and they sign something saying they have to stand, then they have to stand. 'Cause
Uh-huh.
that's in their contract.
Yes.
But I'm not really sure about that. It's just something I heard.
Hmm.
So another thing though is I think they in their knee taking a knee,
Hmm.
they're not they're not taking a knee against America per se, but maybe against certain people in charge or certain ideas that are presented. It's kind of a protest.
Yes. Now, let's just say I have a problem with, what's the place called? Tom Thumb down the street here? Let's say I have a, is that what it is?
Yep.
Thank you. Let's say I have a problem with Tom Thumb, and I decide that in order to protest Tom Thumb, I'm going to, I don't know, do something, instead of dealing with Tom Thumb here in Cantonment, they sell gas, and so I'm going to go after, big oil and the gas companies because I'm having a problem with Tom Thumb. So wouldn't it make more sense that if I'm having a problem with Tom Thumb, that I would deal directly with Tom Thumb locally rather than making it a major issue and maybe trying to do a national boycott against big oil and gasoline? In other words, if folks are having problems with race relations and police, wouldn't it be more productive than to deal with the local, either whether we're talking St. Louis or we're talking LA or wherever, wouldn't it be better to focus in on the local police departments that you're having difficulties with rather than disrespecting the United States of America and the flag? It's almost like they're going after the wrong crowd. If you've got a problem, why don't you go after the local people? Why don't you protest the local people rather than turning off a whole bunch of fans that, feel that, you're disrespecting the flag and the country?
So my answer to that is, let's say, where's a good example? Chicago, right? That's one of the places that's under fire for all this stuff, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let's say, my football best all-star player who plays on the New Orleans Saints, right, lives down in Louisiana, doesn't agree with what's happening in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
How is he going to protest from New Orleans about what's happening in Chicago?
He'll have to go on his day off.
Yeah, but then still, it takes away from his how many people he affects, right? Because, his main day, his, star day is on the football field where everyone sees him. That's, so many people are watching, for whatever reason, whether they're watching for sports, they're watching for a specific player, they're watching because their husband dragged them into watching it, whatever reason they're watching it for, right? Whether when he's just going up, north, to protest, a lot of people won't, hypothetically, there'd be a lot less people watching for whatever reason. So, in this moment where he gets the most coverage, and he should he's thinking that he's going to take that opportunity to protest what's happening.
Follow up. So John, what do you think it's right that they're kneeling, or do you think this is the right move that they should be making? Like, what's your stance on it? Kneel or don't kneel? Do you care? Do you have a preference?
They have a right, like it's their right of free speech to kneel during the anthem currently. Personally, I wouldn't kneel.
I was just curious what your position was.
Okay. He's going to go. So, last question.
Last question.
How's it going with the permit for the car?
Haven't gotten it yet.
Okay. Is that something that you are inclined to want to do, or would you just rather continue to be...
I will get it soon.
You will. Okay. Are there any fearful issues about getting a permit? No. Who's the best driver in the family?
Define best.
Who do you feel most safe with when you're in the car?
Okay.
You know,
So just based off of safety.
yeah, like, you know, is
Safety.
Mary the safest driver?
I'd say probably the safest driver is my mom.
Okay.
Safest.
Safest.
Just based off of safety, nothing else.
Nothing else. So, conversely then, who would be the least safe?
Definitely Peter.
Peter!
Hands down.
Hands down.
100% Peter.
Holy guacamole. So I knew we'd get a good answer out of you somewhere in here. All right, so any thoughts for your cousin David out there in Long Branch, is it Long Beach, sorry, Long Beach, California?
Hi.
Hi. Any thoughts for your cousin Mary Elizabeth out there in Louisiana, close to your beloved Saints?
They're the best football team ever.
Oh, okay. So you're not ready to boycott the NFL then, I guess? Huh?
The what?
You're not going to boycott, stop watching the NFL?
I don't know.
You know?
No, I
No?
don't. No. I don't feel there's a need to boycott.
No? Okay.
Personally.
Well, thank you so much for your time. I'm glad that you got an opportunity to say happy birthday to your sister, Mary, who's going to be 20. Do you look forward to the day when you're 20?
No.
No. Okay.
I look forward to the day when I'm 19
19.
and the day I'm 21.
Mm-hmm.
But not really 20.
Okay. Well, thank you. God bless you, and hopefully we'll be having another one of these insightful interviews soon, down the road.
Goodbye.
Bye.